Shri Ganesha Sharada Gurubhyo Namaha Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Welcome to all for this session on Ramayana to chapter 52 of Yuddha Kanda. In the previous chapter, we saw Ravana shocked at the valiant cries of the Vanara army because both Rama and Lakshmana they were lying held by the shafts of Indrajitu. However, his emissaries, Ravana's emissaries, went and found that both Rama and Lakshmana are freed from the shafts that were thrown by Indrajitu, and even Ravana was shocked at that, and immediately he ordered Dhumraksha to go into the war with them. And Dhumraksha, while proceeding for the war, saw many ill portents for himself. Seeing Dhumraksha of redoubtable courage set forth, all the monkeys in their martial order emitted loud cries, and a terrific struggle ensued between these forest dwellers and the Titans, who attacked each other with huge trees, spears, and maces. On all sides, ferocious monkeys were massacred by Titans, and Titans fell to the earth by monkeys employing trees. The Titans struck their opponents with pointed arrows furnished with heron's plumes, fearful to behold, which never missed their target, and terrible maces, harpoons, axes, formidable bars, and tridents of all kinds, which brandished by them mutilated those powerful monkeys, while they, exasperated, redoubled their efforts, and without flagging continued to fight. Their limbs pierced with arrows, their bodies transfixed with spears, those foremost of the monkeys armed themselves with trees and rocks, and with terrific bounds, having proclaimed their names to the accompaniment of yells, crushed those intrepid Titans. Thereafter the battle waxed exceedingly furious between monkeys and demons, and the former, amid shouts of triumph, seized hold of stones of every kind and trees with countless branches and rocks in order to destroy the enemy. The Titans who fled on gore fell in heaps, vomiting blood, their sides slashed open by the trees, while others were crushed by the stones, and yet others torn to pieces by the monkey's teeth. Their standards broken, their swords snapped, their chariots overturned, they wandered about blindly, and the earth was covered with the corpses of great elephants, resembling hills and horses with their riders crushed by the great rocks hurled on them by those dwellers in the woods. And the monkeys of exceeding valor rushed on the Titans, flinging themselves upon them with great bounds and scratching their faces with their sharp nails. Mutilated, their hair torn out, maddened by the smell of blood, the Titans fell in great numbers. Some of those fierce warriors, however, in the paroxysm of fury, hurled themselves on the monkeys and struck them with the palms of their hands, which resounded like the clap of thunder, and the monkeys, receiving that sharp shock with an even greater ferocity, crushed the Titans with blows of their feet, teeth, and trees. Seeing his army routed, Dhumraksha, the lion among the Titans, in his rage began to create carnage among those bellicose apes, and some pierced with spears lost rivers of blood, while others, struck down by the blows of the axe, fell to earth. Here, some were crushed by iron bars, others torn by harpoons or pierced by javelins, stumbled and fell, yielding up their vital breaths. Mowed down, covered with blood, put to flight, those inhabitants of the woods fell dying under the furious onslaught of the Titans in the struggle. Their breasts torn open, they lay on their side or slashed with tridents, their entrails gushed forth. Then that mighty conflict took on, fearful proportions by virtue of the number of monkeys and titans who took part and the innumerable darts, stones, and trees that were used, with the bowstrings as the tuneful lute, the neighing of the horses, the clapping of the hands, and the trumpeting of the elephants as the melody, the whole battle resembled a symphony. Meanwhile, Dhumraksha, armed with his bow, in the forefront of battle, under the hail of missiles, dispersed the monkeys as in sport on every side. And Maruti, beholding the monkey army being exterminated and put to flight by the Titan, hurled himself upon him in fury, a great rock in his hand, his eyes inflamed with anger, the equal of his father in courage. He flung the rock on the chariot of his enemy, Dhumraksha, and seeing the stone fall, that demon, brandishing his mace in his agitation, leaped quickly from the car to the ground. Then that rock rolled on the earth, having shattered the chariot with its wheels, its pole, its shafts, banner, and Dhumraksha's row. Thereafter, Hanuman, born of Marutha, leaving the car lying, slew the Titans with the trunks of trees furnished with their branches and their heads crushed, covered with blood, mangled by those trees, they fell to the earth. Having routed the army of the enemy, Hanuman, born of Marutha, breaking off the peak of a mountain, hurled himself on Dhumraksha, who, brandishing his mace, rushed on his adversary, and he advanced with haste towards him, shouting. Then Dhumraksha, in his rage, brought down that weapon, studded with countless points on the head of the infuriated Hanuman, and assailed by that violent and fearful stroke, the monkey, who was endowed with the strength of Marutha, was in no wise disturbed, but struck the Titan full on the skull with his rocky beak, which shattered all the limbs. Whereupon Dhumraksha suddenly fell to the earth like a mountain crumbling. Beholding him slain, the night rangers who had survived the slaughter, terrified, re-entered Lanka, harassed by the Plavangamas. The illustrious son of Pavana, however, having destroyed his enemies, causing rivers of blood to flow, weary of slaughter, with delight received the cordial felicitations of the monkey leaders. Thus come to the end chapter 52 of Yuddha Kanda in Ramayana. Namaste Sharada Devi Kashmira Puravasini Twamaham Prarthaye Nityam Vidya Danancha Dehime. Goodbye.